Do you feel safe sending your kids to school?
No, I don't. And that's sad because it's the start. It is only the start for them. And they have a lot more years to go.
Breaking news of a sad and unfortunate situation that is very significant. And
tensions boiled over as McCarthy confronted Republican holdout Matt Gaetz. The climactic battle for the speakership. Breaking overnight, the House officially elected Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House.
Who needs Netflix when you have C-SPAN and a Twitter account on a Friday night? Look, it was a high-stakes, high-drama evening.
After 4 nights and 15 contentious rounds of voting, McCarthy narrowly secured the Speaker's gavel and took the oath of office.
Wow, a win for sure, and in due time to replace the previous Speaker. Would you agree? Ladies and gentlemen, today is Sunday, January 8th, 2023. And we have some very shocking, crazy, and unsettling news that is breaking right now, and we must discuss this. They are out here preparing to do the unthinkable, and we must tell our families to prepare. Heed the warning signs because this is all very significant. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Kevin, in all caps, Kevin, youtube.com/Kevin247. Follow me on Instagram and join the network on Patreon, patreon.com/Kevin247. Connect with business makers, income earners, wealth builders. I'm sharing exclusively for the folks interested in building businesses for beginners, investing for beginners, building wealth for beginners, starting YouTube channels, growing YouTube channels, building online social media brands, and earning increased income, multiplying income streams, and building diverse passive income strategies. Or just stop by and show your love and support the channel. But thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And before we get started on this video, I want to send a big thank you to DIYOJ. That is DIYOJ for sending me this fire custom baseball jersey that was personalized for me and the network. They have a lot of really cool custom jerseys, baseball, basketball, football, as well as hockey, soccer, hoodies, shorts, pants, jackets, golf shirts, hats, and t-shirts. I already have my new designs created and in my shopping cart, and these are awesome. So I definitely want to customize more styles and colors to match my own unique style. Now get yours now. Go to DIYOJ.com and use promo code Kevin, Kevin, and get 10% off with this coupon on your order. Folks, tag me on IG when you get yours because I want to see the cool designs that you guys create. All right, now let's get into the video. You've worked hard all year, 2022. You've paid your taxes, folks. Now it's time to get a big refund from the IRS. And there's no better way to do it than by making sure that your tax returns are completed properly to make sure you're not missing out on any perks, benefits, deductions, or whatsoever, what options may be out there for folks to see bigger refunds and bigger return checks this IRS tax season. 2023 should be a year of progression and growth and building and wealth. Folks, let's not waste any of that by giving it away to these IRS agents. Now, you guys may have watched Brian Kim. You may watch his channel. You may be a subscriber to ClearValue Tax. He's a YouTuber, but he's also a CPA, certified public accountant, and he once was a stimulus check updater.
I want to share with you a few tips on how to avoid taxes legally. My name is Brian Kim. My legal disclaimer is I am a certified public accountant, so I'm a CPA.
Bringing folks tons of valuable information and updates on a regular basis about putting money in their hands to help them in these times.
Before we begin, I do have a request. If I help you save money with this video, then my request is that you enjoy the money. Treat yourself out, help someone else out. The way I see it, I'm just happy that the money stays in your hands. It's better than having the IRS have your money, right?
A genuine and noble request. Please listen to him. Enjoy the money. You've earned it. And go help somebody else out if you can too. That's what it's all about, folks.
If you're making under $400,000 a year, this video is going to be perfect for you. That's because...
yeah, this video will be perfect for you. That's because Grant Cardone said, if you make less than $400,000 a year, if you make less than $400K a year, then you are a loser. Seriously, though, come on, guys. You're not a loser, trust me. Grant Cardone is really just trying to get you riled up. He's trying to get you fired up. He accomplished the goal that he set out to do, which was have multiple people sharing this video for him based on this outlandish statement that he made about people not making 400 grand without any real clarification behind it whatsoever. Don't take it to heart. You're not a loser. Grant Cardone is a salesman. He is good at what he does, and he has a purpose, or at least some of the things he says is by design. There's a purpose.
The reason why I'm saying that is if you make over $400,000 a year, then you could utilize more tax tricks. There's more tricks that are available to you. But in today's video, we're gonna stick to information for people making under $400,000 a year. And I wanna be upfront with you, there is no magic bullet. There's no secret hack that's gonna reduce your taxes to zero. That privilege, that's reserved for the billionaires with sophisticated offshore entities. I'm basically saying that it's not for people like you and me.
Yeah, those benefits are reserved only for the elite. But seriously, Brian is a certified public accountant, and I would assume his license and at the very least his credibility and reputation is on the line. So he mentioned some of the following, okay, folks? Number one is commuter benefits, and your workplace offers this to you, so why not take advantage of it? For 2023, you can spend up to $300 a month tax-free on commuting, so that's basically a $300 tax deduction every month, which is $3,600 a year. And this is applicable to mass transit such as trains, subways, buses, ride sharing such as Uber and Lyft, parking meters, parking garages, parking lots, and more. Number two on ClearValue Tax's list, retirement plans. Taking advantage of a retirement plan offered by your workplace, for example, a 401k or a 403b retirement plan can reduce your taxable income. Now, Brian said a 401k is offered by for-profit companies, and a 403b is if you're working for certain governments or nonprofit organizations. So when you put money into your 401k or 403b, you pay less taxes this year, and you're building up your retirement accounts. And yes, there are more retirement plans than just a 401k or 403b, but these are just the more popular ones. Okay, number three, HSA. An HSA is a health savings account for people with a high deductible health plan. When you put money into your HSA, it lowers your taxable income. It's a tax deduction. Now, Brian gave a really great breakdown on how it works too. So basically, he said you put money into your HSA, so you can think of the HSA like a savings account that is dedicated to health-related expenses. So if you spend the money on qualified medical expenses, then you do not pay taxes on that money. So essentially, you're paying for your health-related expenses with pre-tax money, which is awesome. Additionally, you can invest the money in your HSA, and the earnings and interest will be tax-free. Moving on to number four, FSA. And an FSA is a flexible spending account, and FSA allows you to pay for certain healthcare expenses with pre-tax money, which is great. Now, Brian made a point to mention on his video that there's a warning attached to this tax benefit, and that is that there's a use it or lose it rule with the FSA. So if you have leftover money in your FSA by the end of the year, you end up losing it unless your company has a rollover option. Number five, dependent care FSA. So Brian said you can pay for child care expenses with pre-tax money, and you can do this for children and adult dependents. So you can use your pre-tax money to pay for daycare, nurseries, preschool, nannies, babysitters, day camps, after-school programs, adult daycare facilities, and more. Brian also discusses how people can save money and pay less taxes with investments. So number six on the list includes capital losses. Brian said, if you have cryptocurrency losses, make sure you report them because losses are good for tax purposes. Losses are tax deductions, and when it comes to stocks, you'll receive a tax form. Now, this will be a 1099-B, and your stock losses will be accounted for on that tax form. So when it comes to stock losses, they're pretty hard to overlook. They're pretty hard to miss, basically. And Brian also mentions cryptocurrencies specifically because in many instances, you're not provided a year-end tax form, and many people forget to report their crypto losses, which I'm sure there are plenty of people out there, plenty of those out there this year for some unfortunate investors, and or many people are just too lazy to report them. But ClearValue Tax says you're throwing away money to the IRS if you don't. Number seven on this list is a long-term capital gains. And if you hold on to a stock or crypto for more than a year before selling it, that is classified as a long-term capital gain. And long-term capital gains receive much better tax treatments. The tax rate for long-term capital gains is about half your regular tax rate. And if you're under a certain income threshold, you will qualify for a 0% tax rate. And in that case, you will pay zero taxes at the federal level and your profits will be 100% tax-free. Number 8, Brian said, review your 1099B tax form. And the 1099B tax form is the year-end tax statement for your stock market activity. And so you get this tax form from your brokerage account like Robinhood or Ameritrade or Moomoo or Webull or whoever you use, M1 Finance. So they send this to you around late January to mid-February. But you can also download the 1099B from your brokerage account. You just have to go on to the tax section in your app or on the website. And Brian said that with this 1099B tax form, just gloss over it and make sure that there aren't any obvious mistakes. And ClearValue Tax mentioned one of the most common mistakes that he sees that makes people pay more tax than they should on their 1099B tax form is if you see some information that's blank or missing. And that could cost you a lot of money, he said. He said he sees this happen all the time. So your 1099B says how much you bought a stock for and how much you sold it for. And if how much you bought it for is missing or for whatever reason, then it's blank, then it looks like you bought it for $0. And then whatever you sold it for, it looks like you made pure profit. And then you're going to erroneously end up paying a lot of taxes. Therefore, look out for obvious errors like that. Okay. Now, I don't want to just repeat Brian's video for you here, but he has many other important and potentially money-saving tax tips that everyone should know about. So go check out his video after you're done watching this one and make sure you aren't leaving any money on the table and unknowingly and unwillingly handing it over to the IRS this year. I put the link in the description to his video down below to make it easier for you to find. And on to other breaking news.
Many in the Newport News community remained shocked and stunned following the shooting at Rich Neck Elementary Friday afternoon. Police say a 6-year-old boy intentionally shot his teacher in a classroom.
Any of you that can see and respond for a subject with a gun at Rich Neck Elementary School, acknowledge.
When I hear active shooter, I think my baby. That's the first thing, is my baby is right there. And then you hear it is a baby that did this. And just all I can think is how and why.
This is an incredibly difficult time. Anytime there's any form of mass gun violence or gun violence in general, community-related violence can really spark a trauma response.
She says adults should be extra attentive and look out for signs that the child may be struggling.
Police allege the boy intentionally fired a handgun in class, shooting his first-grade teacher following an altercation. The teacher, identified by her alma mater as Abby Zwerner.
She was struck in the upper shoulder.
And how is she doing now?
We're hearing reports she's in stable condition after coming out of surgery.
The incident sent the school on lockdown as dozens of law enforcement agencies responded. Police worked with the school for hours to process the scene and safely release students by grade level.
Okay, so now I obviously am happy to hear that none of the children were hurt and also that the teacher is in stable condition after surgery. But I feel that we must address the elephant in the room. The media makes no mention of gun control, gun reform, or any other attack against gun owners and proponents of gun ownership. Perhaps maybe if this 6-year-old shot his teacher with an AR-15 or some other assault rifle, we would have major coverage and immediate statements from Congress about taking away everyone's guns. Granted, this wasn't a typical active school shooter situation, but it is a very serious situation nonetheless. And the home of this child and their parents should be making the news very soon, if not immediately, for allowing this to happen. I mean, come on, guys. A 6-year-old, it is abundantly clear to me what the real problem is and the source of where it comes from. Remember, guns don't hurt and kill people. Meanwhile, in other news,
A Speaker of the House has now been elected after numerous votes and a night of chaos. Congressman Kevin McCarthy got the votes he needed to win the seat.
So the new U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy pledges to tackle immigration, woke education policies, and IRS funding. And the U.S. House of Representatives elected Kevin McCarthy of California as Speaker in the 15th round of votes early Saturday. McCarthy made extraordinary concessions to win over a small block of the far-right holdouts who blocked his Speaker bid. Now, McCarthy said the tense showdown on the House floor this week was proof that he's not someone who gives up easily. McCarthy laid out an ambitious plan in addressing the 118th congressional session early Saturday morning, saying he wants to be the check and provide some balance to President Joe Biden's policies. He said the first legislation he plans to tackle will repeal funding for more than 87,000 new IRS agents. He highlighted immigration reform as a top priority, saying the Republican-controlled House will hold some of its first hearings of the year at the southern border. And, quote, "No more ignoring this crisis of safety and sovereignty. We must secure our borders," he said. And according to CNBC, McCarthy claimed he will pass bills fixing urgent problems in the nation with an American first approach. In addition to immigration, he said he wants to address America Last, energy policies, and woke indoctrination in schools, noting that children come first and should be taught to dream big. He added that he will also plan to address long-term challenges like debt and the Chinese Communist Party, and he affirmed his commitment to law enforcement and criminal prosecution. Good man. McCarthy said the tense showdown on the House floor this week was proof that he is not someone who gives up easily. He said, "You know, my father always told me, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And now we need a strong finish for the American people." Well said. Folks, I hope you found this video and the information shared and provided in it helpful, useful, enlightening, and educational. In exchange, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with a friend. Please drop any comments down below because I would really like to know how you guys feel about what is happening and going on right now in America and around the world. And if you want to connect even further or just show your love and support for the channel, there's a link in the description to join the network. You all take care and be safe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.